before we get into this, this is going to be completely unbiased. Sorry, my allergies are terrible. Welcome to the show where I pick people to win races at NCAA championships. I just did the women's version where I went 14 for 18. Once again, this is going to be a long video, so we're going to get right into it, starting with the 200 medley relay, where I think it would just be like performative if I didn't pick ASU in this one. ASU's medley relays at NCs this year are going to be absolutely wild. This is going to be completely unbiased. And after Jack Dolan split 20.3, I really looked at that leg as the leg that a Florida or a California could really like pick up any sort of ground on ASU. You got Florida's Adam Chaney, you got Bjorn Seelger, who both have been 20.0, 20.1 in that range. Really, the win here for me and for everybody is if in the first 50, we see somebody go sub 20.
That's the win.
All right, I'm picking ASU to win it. They just broke the NCAA record fastest in history with Leon going, I think, 0.4 or 0.5 slower than his fastest 50 breaststroke split. I don't think we're going to see him go sub 22. If he goes 21 in the 50 breaststroke, then I subscribe to the channel. 800 freestyle relay. This one was a tough pick just because I don't know if ASU is going to lead off with Leon. It's kind of a similar situation to the women's video where I don't know if, Gretchen's going to be on it or not, but she has a huge impact on that relay. Same thing with Leon. It's not necessarily like a 140 to a 143. I think this is a 129 to a 131. ASU is really deep. But the issue with that is when you've got a Florida coming after you, they got 130, 131s for days. Same thing with ASU. I think this is going to be an absolute war between the two of them. I don't think the NCAA record goes down that 603.42. Hobson, Carosa, Larson, Foster. I think that one survives. I think we see like a 604, 605, and I think Florida gets it. Florida gets it. See? Not biased. I just picked Florida. They haven't sent me a cap yet. I would be holding it up if they did. At Florida. 500 freestyle. This is the one that everyone's really excited about talking about right now. We got Leon Marchand at the top of your screen. ASU's 1-2 seeded in this. 609 from Zala and Sarkani. I mean, that would have been a huge swim. We'll talk about him later on, not to give away my pick or anything. That would have been like a headline swim if it wasn't for Leon going 406.18. And then, headlines. He's swimming that and not the 200 IM. Kind of a bummer. I think he would have gone crazy in the 200 IM because last year he went out like just in a full sprint. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the 500 free. I got Leon winning it. I got him going like 403.9 or 404.2, which is still insane. Absolutely insane with the amount of people that have come through this 500 freestyle, right? You got guys like Kieran Smith, you got Matt Sates, you got a ton of huge names in the sport that are great at the 400 freestyle long course that have come through this 500 free and haven't been able to go 406.1. I think he goes 404.2. Lock it in at that. I think he wins it. Boom. Crazy pick. 200 IM. Hubert's going to be a lot to handle in this. 138.7. That backstroke split's going to be insane. 139.3 from Owen is a massive swim. We got two guys sub 140 coming into this. We got five guys that are sub 141. The 141 list goes all the way down to Deal at 14th, which is insane. I'm going Destin Lasco. This is going to be completely unbiased. 138.1 last year. I think he's going to be fired up that he's not racing Leon, and I think he's going to come in here and just go like 137. Hubert definitely could come in here and go 137 or 136 and blow our minds, but I've got Destin. I've got Destin in this one. 50 free, I got Jordan Crooks. He's seated first by almost 6/10. Doesn't mean Josh Liendo or Chris Giuliano are going to, not go any faster. I think Jordan's coming into this with a little bit of a revenge mentality. Last year he won. He got the dub, but he didn't get to kind of like put on the performance that I think he was hoping to put on in this 50 freestyle because of that delayed start situation where they were held for a really long time. A situation where you would typically stand someone up and then they just beeped them and sent them. He got off in like 0.87 or something like that. Probably not that slow, but I think he comes in here. I think he goes faster than 17.99. 17.6. I have that safe. I have it safe. 17.8, maybe 17.7. 17.7 would be absolutely insane, but it's going to take like 18.8, I think, probably to score, which is absolutely ridiculous. 200 freestyle relay. I got Relay University, Florida taking the win here. They've just got so much talent in the 50. They've got Leendo. They've got McDuff. They've got Cheney. They've got Scotty Buff. They've got so many guys that are just 18 something on a relay and a lot of guys that are 18 something flat start. Cal could be really good in this. ASU's got a bunch of guys that could go, 18-2, 18-3. You've got Ilya Karun. You got Leon Marchand. You got Johnny Kulo. Cal's got Bjorn, Alexi. This is going to be, I think the freestyle relays, the 200 and 400 freestyle relays are going to be like the races of the meet. We're going to get to the 400 freestyle later. I'm still trying to put together my pick as I talk. 200 freestyle relay, 400 freestyle relay. Absolutely the races of the meet for me. 400 IM, Leon Marchand. Leon Marchand, without a doubt. ASU could put like 5 up in this. They really could. They've got Marchand, Schlitt, Sarkani, Martyr. Who else do they have in here? Matheson. They're just stacked. This is going to be a really difficult event to final in, though. You're going to have to push in the morning unless your last name is Marchand. I think it's going to take like 3:38, maybe 3:38 to make the A final, which is wild. And it really could take a 3:40 to even score in this event. This meet has gotten so fast that prelims are going to be really exciting to watch. So I hope the feed is quality because that would make it a lot more fun. Leon Marchand, ASU, winning this one. 100 butterfly, I think it would be rude to not pick Josh Leendo after he split 42-7 at SECs. 42-7. And Josh last year at SECs compared to NCAA's got a lot faster. He did. He got a lot faster, and then he almost cost me like $200 or something like that because I was posting on Twitter saying, hey, if this happens, then I'm going to give this guy $100 or somebody random that retweets us $100. And he almost broke 40 in the 100 freestyle. Almost broke 40. I think Leendo wins this. I don't think he gets Dressel's record. I think he's like maybe 43-1 or maybe a little bit lower than that. Ramadan's going to be right in there, though. Right in there. I think we could have a couple guys 43 low. Minikov, Karun. This might be the race of the meet. This might be it. Looking at this might be the individual race of the meet. Moving on, 200 freestyle. I got McGuire McDuff, not just because his name's cool, because I like his celebrations. He's got some swag on the pool deck, and I think he's coming in here like this year is his year to really like solidify himself as that guy in the NCAA. I feel that way. Jordan Crooks is in there, though, at a 131-1, and it makes you kind of think a little bit, right? Jordan opted for the 200 freestyle, not the 100 fly. Why? There's a big meet coming up later this year. A big meet. One that is taking place in a longer pool and one that Jordan probably wants to swim the 50 and 100 freestyle in long course. Maybe he's been prioritizing a little bit more of the elongated performance of swimming, aka the 200 freestyle. Maybe he goes like 129 and blows our minds. He looks sharp at SECs, but he didn't look tapered. Okay, he did not look tapered. He didn't have that easy speed going out in the 200 freestyle, I don't think. And this guy's a 17-8, 17-7, potentially 50 freestyler. I've got McGuire McDuff, but my dark horse, I got to give it to Jordan Crooks. This field is absolutely loaded. Oh my God, how am I supposed to pick a race? How am I supposed to pick something for like the race of the meet? This is going to be ridiculous. I think we're going to have like 100 guys going 131, probably 50 of them going 130. We are so lucky. We are lucky, Kyle. We're lucky to get to watch such fast swimming for 2 weeks here at NCAA's for the women and for the men. And if you enjoy watching previews, that's great. I enjoy making previews, but I never got to swim at the meet because I wasn't fast enough. If you want to swim at this meet at some point in time, maybe you should consider going to a fitter and faster swim camp. This video and a part of what is going to move this channel forward is companies like Fitter and Faster taking initiative and investing in the content that I am creating, and they have done that. They are the presenting sponsor of this channel. If you do not know that already, they help fund me and what I do here. They are helping me make this a full-time job, and they also put on incredible swim camps all over the country. If my content gets better, in the future, even if I am not partnered with Fitter and Faster at some point in time, they will have been part of the reason that I got to where I got. And if you want to get where you think you want to got at an NCAA swimming championships on the deck, not in the stands, maybe go learn from the best or potentially learn from me because I'm going to be at some of these camps. Keep an eye out. Back to the video. Men's 100 breaststroke. This one's fun. You know, earlier in the season, I picked Noah Nichols. Just watching him swim at dual meets, it feels like he's just got that dog in him. And I'm going to go with Liam Bell. Liam Bell, 50.89. Psych. I'm going Noah Nichols. Gotcha. 50.89. I'm sticking with him. This race between Liam Bell, Noah Nichols, Carlos Colamarti, Savickas. You've got a lot of guys that are going to go 50 point. I think there are going to be a lot of guys going 50 point in this. And this is the event where a team needs to really pack an A final if they want to make a move on ASU. People have ASU as a lock to win this meet. This meet is cluttered. This meet is incredibly cluttered. It is very, very fast. I don't have ASU as a lock. I don't even know if I'm going to pick them. We're going to find out. You have to wait till the end of the video. I am picking Noah Nichols in that UVA. 100 backstroke. You got to pick Hubert. You got to pick him. 43.7. Johnny Marshall, 44.1. Dude put on a performance. That's a freshman. A freshman. NCAA's isn't getting any slower. I know there are a lot of people out there that are like the fifth years are having a huge impact on how fast this meet is and the depth. They're having an impact, but you got a sophomore and a freshman. A sophomore and a freshman at the top of the list. You got Destin Lasco in there, sure. You got Kasper Stakowski in there, sure. You got Will Modglin. You got Brendan Burns. You got Adam Chaney. Oh. You got Bjorn Seeliger. This race is going to be unbelievable. This meet is going to be unbelievable. I think this video is just going to be me talking about how unreal this meet is going to be. Hubert, I think, goes like 43.4. I don't think he gets that 43.3, but I could be shifting my opinion on that after the 200 medley relay. I want to watch that first 50. I want to see somebody hit the wall and see the board say 19 point something next to a school's name so that I can try to collect myself. Or maybe I'll film it live and post it on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, get over there. I'm picking Hubert Koss to win the 100 backstroke. That's it. All right, 400 medley relay. This one's ASU day, night, morning, afternoon, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whenever. This one is ASU. I think they could really take this record deep, too. This is a scary race for ASU and for the NCAA record. Lead off with Hubert, hand over to Leon, hand over to Ilya, hand over to, Johnny Kulo. I think we could be looking at 43, 48, dare I say, 43 low, 42 potentially, and a 40 point or a 39. If all of those splits line up, that is going to be a stout record for any team of people to ever try to take down. They could take that into the 257 low range. Absolutely. And once you start to really get deep into these records are getting broken the way that they're getting broken right now, we're not going to see these records getting taken down like every year. I really don't think so. You got a team like that with those four guys. They're winning the 400 medley relay. They're winning it. 200 backstroke. I got Hubert. Winning this one. 135.69. I know I'm picking him. Did I actually mean to pick him twice? I did mean to pick him twice. I got him winning the 200 backstroke. 135.6. He just looked so good at Pac-12. He went out in the prelims and negative split it. You got 136.6 there from Johnny Marshall. Owen McDonald, 137.7. I got Hubert winning this one. I got him going 135 low. 135 low, 134 high would be unbelievable, but it is not out of the question. It's only 0.7 faster. Only. I think he could go 134. If we see somebody on their back without a start from out of the water go 134, yikes. 100 freestyle, I got Josh Leendo. Josh Leendo went 40.1 last year, I believe. 40.1. I think he could go sub 40. Looking at where he was at the 75 last year, he kind of like floated his way into prelims. I think he was like in lane 2, and he just went out like a rocket. Jordan in the mix. Giuliano in the mix. Guilherme Santos in the mix. McGuire McDuff, Jack Dolan, Jack Alexi, Bjorn Seeliger, Johnny Kulo. What are we doing here? Ah, what a fun sport this is. What a fun sport this is, you know? You look up here, you see all these names on here, you see all these 40 points and all these 41 lows. We could see like 5 or 6 guys go 40 point, maybe more. Maybe 5, 6, 7 guys. I think the relay splits that we're going to see from this meet are going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just the depth of really, really quality, fast relay splits. We're going to see like 100 guys split sub 41 on the 400 freestyle relay. We're going to see definitely some 17s at some point. 200 medley relay, 200 freestyle relay. We're going to see some 17s this year. Last year, I felt the same way. I felt like we were going to see some 17s. We didn't really see, I don't think, any 17s. This year, they're making up for it. We're going to see a 19 in the 50 backstroke. We're going to see some 17 splits, a 17 flat start, and at least one 39 split on a 400 freestyle relay. All right, that was the 100 freestyle, 200 breaststroke. I got Leon Marchand. I got him. Got him in this one. It's interesting to kind of piece this together, though. He went 146.9. He was a little sick, I think he was. And this year, now he's doing the 500 freestyle. So he's doing the 500 free twice, the 400 IM twice, relays in the mix, and then now we're doing a 200 breaststroke. He went 26.7 in a 50 breaststroke with 1 stroke, short course yards. I think he goes 146, a little bit under 146.9, 146.6 maybe. I think he takes 0.3 off of it, which is a lot to take off of a record. People were talking about him going like 144 last year in this. I think we need to meter our expectations and let these athletes exceed them. We're going to see a 19 in the 50 backstroke. We're going to see some 17 splits, a 17 flat start, and at least one 39 split. I think he does take the NCAA record, which is his own record, down, but I don't think he goes like 145. If he goes 145, amazing. I've got him at like 146.5. 146.5. This is probably going to be the most fun thing to watch, not the race of the meet, the most fun thing of the meet, because Ilya Karun went 137.93 and almost took out Jack Conger's, I mean, he's 0.6 off, whatever, almost took out Jack Conger's NCAA meet, American, US Open, and pool record. That's fun. Pool record from 2017. That's been around now for 7 years. 7 years. With all the swimflation stuff going on, I think Ilya Karun, the freshman, comes in and takes it out. I think he goes 136 too. I really think he goes 136. He's got the speed, and he really likes to work that last 50, give this guy a taper. I mean, he's like a junior record holder, I think, world junior record holder in the 50 short course butterfly, I believe. Maybe we'll see him split an 18 on that 200 medley relay. I think we see him go a 136 in this 200 butterfly, though. I really do. That's going to be fun to watch. The mile, Zalin Sarkani, ASU, sub 14:20. Sub 14:20. I hope Owen Lloyd celebrates regardless of what position he gets and falls into another lane and then stares at the official and dares them to DQ him. It would be a sick PR move, but not a good point move for Owen Lloyd. ASU, Zalin Sarkani, I got him going sub 14:20, 14:18 maybe, 14:18, 14:19. That 14:12 from Bobby is just absolutely ridiculous to look at. And the meet record from Bobby, he went 14:12 twice, by the way, at least twice. 14:12.52 for the meet record. It's on your screen in front of you. 14:12.08, almost 14:11. Sub 14:10 would be wild. Zalin, though, getting the dub. I got him getting the dub. Now, here we go. Race of the meet. Non-negotiable race of the meet. This meet record, this NCAA record gets obliterated. Obliterated. It's gone. There are too many guys going sub 41 right now. Far too many. In a good and fun way. 244.07, Leendo, Cheney, Smith, McDuff. Leendo, Cheney, Smith, McDuff could be the way that they go. But I think ASU is going to be a lot to handle. I got Cal winning this, though. This is going to be completely unbiased. I got Cal taking home the last relay just because they got Bjorn. They got Jack Alexi. They got Destin Lasco. I think they're going to have just 40 point, maybe even a 39. I think they could be 40 point, 39, 39. That's how good that relay is. And then maybe a 40 point or a 41. ASU could be 39, 40 point, 40 point, 40 point. It's just, I think it's going to take like a 242 or like a 243 to win this relay. This record is going to get blown up. It is. I think we see a ton of guys going 40 point low. if not splitting 39 on this relay. You got Guilherme Santos, you got Jordan Crooks, depending on how they shuffle that. One of those guys could go sub 40. We haven't even talked about Quentin McCarty from NC State. Chris Giuliano, if he's not in the one slot, he could be going sub 40 point. This relay is stacked. It is so ridiculously stacked. And I think, oh man, Florida's in there too. I've got Cal winning it though. I've got Cal winning it. I think 3 of these teams could go sub 244. I think 4 of them potentially could go under 244. I think a ton of these relays are going to go sub 245. That pool record is maybe not even going to score. This relay is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And for the team race. It's finally happening. As an alumni of ASU, I am biased. I am absolutely biased in this scenario. And that has to be the only reason that I'm not commentating at NCAAs, because they're looking at me. They're like, he's too biased right now. We can't bring him in here. I know he would be an electric commentator. He would be an asset to this meet to have in the commentary booth, but he would just cheer for ASU. Well, guess what? Since I'm not in the commentary booth right now, I am cheering for ASU. I would love to be on site, but I have chosen to be here instead because I can just do more content and it's easier for me to work from here than be on site. So I'm only going to be on site at a meet if I'm commentating. So if you want me to commentate, if you're a head coach of a college team, reach out to me. Maybe I'm doing some commentary next year for college teams. Maybe. We'll find out. ASU gets it done. Those are my picks. I'm going to get all of them right, just like I did for the women. 18 out of 18. It's happening. Like the video. Comment letting me know if you agree with these predictions or if you don't agree with some of these predictions. And I'll see you in the next one. Get ready for a wild week. Men's NCAAs, gonna be crazy. See ya. Like the video. See ya.